The diameter of the Earth is about 8,000 miles. From that, you can know their circumference. If you remembered pi, circumference equals pi times the diameter. 8,000 miles times 3, and a little bit, you get at least 24,000 miles around. Right. The sun is also shorter top to bottom than across its equator. So when someone asks, what's the diameter of the sun? What answer are you going to give them? Are you going to give them pole to pole? Are you going to give them across the diameter? Are you going to take the average of those two? I just want you to appreciate that when you look up a numerical answer to a question, depending on what it's answering, the question might not have an actual answer. We just have to sort of set the rule. The diameters are going to be across the equator for everybody. Now you say, all right, let's say we do equator. Now you look up at the sun with filters, then you see this sharp edge. So when we see the sharp edge of the sun, in practice, we were referring to what's called the photosphere. Photosphere is a layer of the sun's atmosphere, which is the last point of contact with the photon trying to get out of the sun. And now the photon can move at the speed of light in a straight line. Until that point, it was bouncing back and forth among other molecules and other atoms. Had that photon been moving in straight lines, you'd be able to see deep inside the sun. The photon gets to this place, an edge, where it can now escape for free. There's not enough above it to keep bouncing around. That edge is the photosphere, and that is our definition of the edge of the sun. If you look at the sun in X-rays, it has a different diameter. There's a layer of sun's atmosphere on top of that. The corona, that's part of the sun. The corona, depending on where the sun is in its cycle, can be really big or really small. So that changes on an 11-year cycle. But wait, the sun has a magnetic field that extends beyond the corona. That's called the magnetosphere. Shouldn't that be part of the diameter of the sun? If you look up the diameter of the sun, it'll give you something like 864,000 miles. Take Earth 100. And position it 100 times back to back, belly to belly, and you'll span the width of the sun. If it's 100 times across, that means it's also 100 times deep. It would be 100 times top to bottom. So how many Earths could fit? The sun were hollow. You could pour a million Earths